I had this idea of civil service examination in the final year of my BTech. I did my BTech in biotechnology, and in the final year of my engineering, I had this urge to get into the civil services for the purpose of obtaining Indian Police Service. So I started my preparation in the year 2009 and gave my first attempt in this very same year, the final year of my engineering. But I couldn't get through even prelims in that year. In 2010, I got through and achieved a rank of 437, which placed me in the Indian Revenue Service Income Tax. And in the third attempt, that is in 2011 examination, I got to the interview, but sadly I could not get into the list once again. This is my fourth attempt, the 2012 examination, and I have achieved a rank of 205, which will place me well comfortably into the Indian Police Service, which has always been my dream. My optionals have been public administration and sociology. I felt these options were very good, not in just terms of scoring for the civil service examination, but in order to give me a perspective of how the society works, of how the government works, how the policy making works, and what is expected of a civil servant in this society itself. So these were my choices for optionals. My father is an industrialist. We have a small industry in the Cherlapalli industrial area, and my mother is a tehsildar in the civil supplies department. And I should say basically I have come from a upper middle class family, being modest, and so this is my family background, and I wanted to get into the civil services only for the purpose of getting into the Indian Police Service. I have never aimed for the Indian Administrative Service. Even now, with my rank in this examination, I am eligible for the IAS, but I haven't placed it in my preferences, and IAPS has always been my dream and my inspiration. This has been a long journey for me, a journey of 4 years, 4 years of struggle, perseverance and patience for me. Initially, for any aspirant of the civil services, it is very difficult to know what to read and more difficult to know what not to read, because you always have data, and to gather information from the loads and loads of data is a very difficult process. Basically, you need to get your basics right, the fundas right in every subject, that is in the GS, the optionals, or whatever you are doing it. You need to get your basics and fundamentals absolutely right. For this, the basic books such as the NCERT books and the standard publications will help you very much. After that, you have to move into advanced study, wherein you have to go through various textbooks, various authors, their perspectives, the theories they put forward, and you have to, then comes the stage where you have to develop your own perspective. You have to analyze these theories, analyze what these authors have to say, what these thinkers have to say, and then put it into practical application, apply it to daily routines and circumstances, and frame an answer for which you have the question. If you want a rational explanation for why I chose the Indian Police Service, I have many explanations to give you. But from the heart, I'll tell you, there has always been a longing for me for the uniform of the IPS. I knew in my heart of hearts that I belong there. I have been destined to be a cop. So I have always put in my efforts to be an IPS officer. And what the normal trend goes on, like people prefer IAS, IPS, IRS, IFS in that manner, that depends on the person to person. And for me, I knew that I was best suited to be an IPS officer. In the society, Indian Police Service is the only service that pledges not only its intellect and time, but also its life in the service of the nation. A policeman puts himself before his country. His life is of no value to him if it is not in the duty that he performs for the country. Civil services coaching is basically a process of guidance, a process of mentoring. It is not just teaching an optional or teaching a subject for you to get a grasp of it. It is basically a guidance and mentoring which you need to go on and get it, and which is actually very essential. But then what I would advise to the candidates is that they should build up the fundamentals and the basics right first, and then go for advanced study to coaching centers, materials, advanced textbooks and so forth. And in the change pattern, I feel that is even more imperative, because in the change pattern, the options have been reduced to one optional and the GS papers have been increased. That means the UPSC is trying to test a candidate's ability and aptitude to look into how the society works, his awareness of the society, and as they say, general awareness is a better term to say than general studies. So UPSC, as they very promptly say, Unpredictable Service Commission, always expects something from the candidate, to a flair from the candidate. The candidate should have a sort of a flair, and it expects him to outperform everyone else in every sphere, to have a knowledge of every field. Anything and everything under the sun can be asked in the civil service examination. There is no set syllabus, there is no set pattern. So we have to be ready to face any bouncer, any eventuality. Yes, I have attended my interview for the third time this time. And the only thing I can tell you is that interview is not something which can be learned artificially. The personality test, which is rightly called, tries to test your personality, your inner characteristics, your inherent characteristics that reside in you. And building up a fake body language, a fake persona is impossible. Whatever you do, as soon as you get into the interview room and you are being bombarded by questions from the board members, your real you, the real you that resides in you comes out. The fake and artificial body language that you have mastered, practiced and gone into the room all vanishes, and then you are at your basic level. So I would advise people to actually be honest and confident. Honesty and confidence are the only two things that will help you in a personality test, and the only two things required of an eminent civil servant.